Do you ever just feel like you're just sitting in a restaurant by yourself and you got a beer in hand or you got a drink in hand and you're like, man, the weather's so crap right now. It's December. Like, this is the season where I want to be like cuddling with somebody by a nice fire, like watching like some, I don't know, Friends or some BoJack Horseman. You know what I mean? Like, it's coughing season. That's basically what I'm on about. And like for me at this moment, it's not coughing season. I'm seeing everybody on Instagram going to Christmas markets, having babies, getting engaged. And then there's just me. There's just us here scrolling on Hinge, like, you know, getting ghosted on dates 3 hours before the actual date, like just feeling a bit hopeless and behind. Like, damn. That's I don't know. Like, I have been feeling that lately. I can't lie to you. And yeah, of course I want to be chilling with somebody and doing all those nice things and going to Christmas markets. But I've been single for about 3 years and everybody is already talking about it. Not my singleness, but just the singleness of men and dating apps. So anyway, I thought I might as well have my share on it and see what you guys are thinking about it. And maybe some hope in the end of all the hopelessness. Stay tuned. Let's go back to my room and start this conversation because I'm done with being in a pub by myself. It's just adding to the hopelessness. So, welcome back to my bedroom. And I thought, you know what, let's dive into this being single and what it means for all of us. And like, guys, so like I'm to take you back to COVID. Ooh, COVID times. I'm sorry I did that to you. I was in like year 3 of uni, right? And I had probably the best year in terms of my second year. Third year, lining up, had a breakup during third year. And I said to myself, I'm going to try and stay single. And then COVID happened. And I thought, oh, perfect timing, right? But, I ended up meeting someone on Hinge during COVID, which was a bit mad. And, like, one thing I'll tell you about that, like, I've never paid for Hinge myself. But she paid for Hinge and it matched with me. And that match actually was quite well, I would say. But also at the same time, like, when did we start pricing love? When did love cost so much? Like, kind of extortionate, right? Like, if I go into Hinge right now, and I was just, like, going through this podcast before, and then I got distracted on Hinge and started, like, scrolling on it and looking around. And, like, if I look for 3 months on Hinge, like, premium price, £100. 6 months, £150. 1 month, £50. 1 week, £24. That's the most expensive one. The other one, like your most is 120, but still, like £30 less. Come on. Like, when did we start paying for love? And so, like, after that relationship, maybe when I was 25, because I'm 27 now, I said to myself, right, I'm staying single for like 2 years. Like, I want to, like, and I don't know if I put a time on it then, but I was like, right, I'm going to stay single. I'm going to get healthier. I'm going to lose weight. I'm going to get my bread up. And then I'm going to be like, yeah, I'm going to be ready for the dating world. My body's going to be ready. Like, I'm going to look great. And that was the aim, right? That was the aim. And then 2025 came along, and maybe I wasn't where I wanted to be, but part of me was like, yo, I'm getting up there in the ages. Maybe I should start looking to, like, find somebody. So, like, I made the real effort, like, beginning of 2025. And I'll say I made the real effort, but you'll hear I didn't make the real effort. Because the effort I did the most was signing up for dating apps and just swiping and swiping and swiping. And part 2, what are people saying online? And this got really interesting. I have about 16, so stick with me here when I explore these. And, it's not just me. Like, I'm not just the one just feeling this, so you feel a little less crazy. Theme 1, the economy of dating. And these are what some people on Reddit are saying, right? We stay home, everyone's broke as AF. I'm not broke, I'm still staying home. Hobbies that include social events cost money. They do. I've not tried to date this decade because I'm so poor so I shouldn't. I'm not broke, but staying single helps me from becoming broke. And guys, listen, I hear you. Like, dating costs money. Like, we all know that, right? Women are expensive. Like, going out costs money. And maybe when you're trying to build something, whether it's your career, whether it's your health, whether it's your business, like, you're having to choose between investing in yourself and investing in dating. Sometimes those match really well to each other, because at the end of the day, whoever you are maybe going to marry or whoever you're going to be with long term should elevate you, and you should elevate them. And so, you know, it's a big decision. Whoever you end up being a life partner with, it will make or break you. And so sometimes it is easier to just invest in yourself because it is safer. Right. Theme 2. Dating apps are broken. I 100% agree with this. And this is what some people on Reddit are saying, right? Dating gives the illusion that it's easy finding someone when in reality it isn't. Match Group, which is probably like an American thing, don't care about you meeting a significant other. They care about you being single, seeing a glimmer of hope on their platforms, and that is just reach out, which I really like. Dating feels like a second job. 100%. I feel like this 100%. Because you're just like, you know, swiping to hit someone, to find somebody, to be like, oh, she looks beautiful, or oh, I like what she does, or, you know, she goes hiking, or, you know, she's in the gym, like, or, you know, she makes really good food, like, by the looks of it, like, and you're wanting to, like, maybe craft the great message that will get a response, because, like, and I understand it's probably difficult for women as well, because they probably get thousands of guys that like them, right? And then they're like, oh, now I have to choose between, now I've got all this choice as a woman, and maybe all that choice is a bit too much. But then for men, we don't get that at all. Like, you're rare to probably get 3 matches, right? So then maybe when you get that match, you're maybe also settling a bit, because you're like, am I going to get something? Like, is this the only thing I'm going to get this month? Like, is this the only person that I'm ever going to really get a chance to go on a date with? So I've got to put my all in it. Like, and it's hard. Like, and these apps, they want you to stay single. Because guess what? Hinge says it's designed to be deleted. Well, if everyone found their match and it got deleted, then what would the investors and the profit owners say? Profit owners? Either way. What would the investors say? Why is my investment going down the poo? Oh, sorry. It's because, like, people are, like, actually finding love on our app, but that means my app is irrelevant. Yeah. Well, it's doing the job, designed to be deleted, but is that the job, or is the job to make money off you? You decide. Theme 3, the approach dilemma, approaching women. And this is what the people are saying on Reddit, right? Society has made it creepy to even talk to or approach someone in public, which is how people met often. Number 2, part of that, another comment. She can use a dating app and swipe through hundreds of men at her leisure. Since she has this convenience, it labels you as creepy and desperate for somehow even trying. I don't know if I 100% agree on that one. I understand about the wide range, but I don't know necessarily if that makes you feel creepy or desperate. But women can also sense if you're creepy and desperate. But at the same time, I feel like we're in a world where it's kind of weird to maybe approach someone, or someone's recorded. Like, if you see someone at the gym and you've seen them often and you want to say hello, or like you want to chat them up, but like, you know, she may be recording there, and you go and try and talk to her, and then, you know, maybe it doesn't go well, maybe it does go well. But then also, say 2 days, 3 days later, you're on social media and someone's calling you creepy. Like, you know, and you thought, oh, I just wanted to be nice. So, and I'm not saying that if you're nice, that automatically means that you're creepy, or that every nice guy is creepy, or the other way around. I'm just saying, like, that's just the thoughts that go through a guy's head. Number 4, theme 4. Relationships feel transactional. This is what people on Reddit are saying. Relationships have become very transactional, probably due to online dating. This is the vibe I get from a lot of women on dating apps. Is all about what can I offer them. Honestly speaking, I feel like I'm either being used for more of a resource or a toy to keep them entertained until a new one comes along. Second voice from Reddit. Before online dating became the norm, I felt like my romantic relationships were more genuine and personal. This one I see a lot. This one, I mean, like on social media, I see a lot. Like, girls are being interviewed outside clubs, and they're like, "Oh, what do you want your man to make?" And it's like, "I want him to make 10K a month." And then, you look at that, and then it's like, actually, maybe like 10% or 5% of men are earning that, right? Or it's sort of like, "Oh, what do you want? I want a 6'5" man in finance." Like, like there's loads of 6'5" men that are doing finance, and guess what? They're probably 3% of the population. You're probably never going to meet them, realistically, unless you're in those spaces. And there's probably women already in those spaces. So those spaces are taken up. And also, do those men want you when maybe you're not 5'10" and in finance? But that is what I feel like also social media has created. It's created this illusion that everyone is maybe doing better than you think, but also at the same time, look at this power couple, look at that power couple, I want to be like them, but you haven't seen the journey that they've gone through to be like them, to be them, right? Theme 5, the death of third spaces. Boom, 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 boom. This is what people on Reddit are saying. Forums and hobby chats are at least used to create a sense of community, though those were also far from perfect. The internet is the new third space. We socialize, we shop, and we watch all of our news online. We're always online. We don't form meaningful connections in the same way we used to do in social spaces. Urbanization and the erosion of leisure time is killing community in general. Like, where do we meet people? Like, clubs are too loud. Dating apps don't work. We don't approach people in public. Work is professional. Like, the gym, everyone has headphones in, and you don't want to be the creepy guy that's on TikTok in a few days' time. Like, we've lost the places where people would go just to exist together, and we're a lot lonelier for it. Theme 6. The data doesn't lie. Here's a bit of a fact for you. Research shows a 75% decrease in sexual activity amongst 18 to 23-year-olds from 2007 to 2017. These are 4 main factors. Declined romantic relationships, decreased drinking habits, more people are going to the gym, more people are putting down pints. I love it. 3, increased economic difficulties. Women are actually earning more than men, I think. I don't know if that's still the statistic at this point. And more people are staying inside and gaming or watching anime. Love anime, don't get me wrong. Love gaming too. Ghost of Yoti was fantastic. And JJK has become one of my favourite animes. Even though it's probably not the best out of them. Solo Leveling, aura farming. Ignore me, right? I'm getting distracted. But anyway, like I said, like in terms of like my take on this, like we're not connecting with each other. We're having fewer relationships. We're going out less. We're earning less. We're staying home more, and we're lonelier than ever. That just sounds a bit depressing. So yeah. So the whole truth of this and what men are feeling, sort of also we've had some women that are saying stuff there, but that, you know, it's not maybe just about being single. There's more to it. Like, being single isn't the whole problem. The problem is maybe feeling invisible. Feeling like you're not good enough. Feeling like everyone else has figured it out except for you. Here's what one Reddit person said. We're ugly, sloppy, and ignored. And then here was someone else as well, actually. We're good-looking, respectful, thoughtful, available, and still getting ignored. Both spectrums are struggling, right? This isn't just about what you look like. It's not just about what you have. It's a system that is broken. And as men, we're expected to be providers, strong, not to complain, figure it out. But also at the same time, no one talks about what it's like to only be wanted for your wallet, or to be always performing strength and not being able to feel vulnerable, or the loneliness of not being able to talk about how you feel. Like, you know, when you see on Instagram or TikTok, it's like, oh, if my man cries in front of me, like, it's emasculating, or they're like, I got the ick. How are you expecting men to open up to you when you're saying shit like that? Like, no man wants to give you the ick, but, you know, at the same time, oh, so I now just can't cry in front of you? Well, thanks, you're great. You're real useful, aren't you? Because I'm just never going to cry, am I? Okay. I cry at things. Also, what I would say is that with social media and with dating apps, it makes it feel like you have infinite options. Why settle down when you could just be one swipe away from finding your true love? And some people find their love on things like Hinge. Mandani, recently elected, has found a baddie of a wife on Hinge. Fair enough. It works for some people. His app's now deleted and they're not getting money from him. I don't know if he paid for it or whatever, but he found his missus. And that's nice for him. But that's not everyone, right? I think we've turned people into products, and products are replaceable. But people aren't replaceable. So what now? I'm going to share something with you. Give me a sec. Here's a bit of a plot twist, actually, for you guys. Because recently, I actually went on a date. And I'll to give you a bit of story time. So, like I said, beginning of 2025, I said I wanted a date. And my mom and, you know, my family, they knew that that's what I wanted. So my mom knew a family friend, and that family friend's mom obviously knows my family. And they were both like, the two moms are sort of conspiring with each other, right? They were like, our children would match really well. And you know, like when your mom's trying to set you up and you're like, Mom, I don't need help. Like, I'm okay, I'm fine. Like, but part of me was like, you know what, let me message her. Like, and that first message maybe didn't go well. Didn't go well, but didn't go where I wanted to go. So, like, I was persistent, right? I was like, right, I'm going to show her where she's at, like, family parties, like, not in a creepy way, like, our families know each other. So, and after the first time I saw her, I think maybe a few weeks later, I was like, let me just ask her out on a date. Like, let me just text her. And so, I was feeling, like, hella vulnerable. Like, I was like, yo, what if she doesn't respond? What if she doesn't want to go on a date? Like, you know, we know of each other, but we don't know each other. And, like, what if everything that I thought about myself not being ready or not being where I want to be, and she can see that? Or, you know, like, I was like, I'm not where I want to be yet, so is it even worth putting myself out there? And so, I recently went on that date. And as you can see from the smile, it went really well. And maybe both of our parents were right that we matched really well with each other. Only after a first date. There's still time. There's things to happen. But I'm a bit of a I can't lie, man. I'm a bit of a lover boy. I love dates. I love going out on dates. I love sitting next to a beautiful woman or sitting opposite a beautiful woman, or like we went for mini golf and playing mini golf and having that fun and having the music going on, and sharing energies with someone. I really liked all of that. So, you know, maybe I'm a bit like Drake, except the part that Kendrick accused him of certified lover boy, certified. What? Hey, Drake killed him there. Not Drake, Kendrick killed him there, bro. Yo, at the Super Bowl. Hey, and we need to Samuel Jackson to open up for you. Nah, it's game over, bro. It's game over. But, like, I love that energy. I like I said, you know, and, like, I was getting quite nervous about it before. Like, overthinking it a bit. Like, what am I going to say? What if she asked me this question? What if she asked me that? Like, you know, what about if it's not great or not good vibes? And I just remember something about myself to be like, listen, I know I can provide great vibes. I know I can be fun. I know I can keep eye contact and ask questions about somebody. Like, I know I can do that. I can be present. And obviously, like, all of me maybe wanting to not be single anymore was like me thinking, oh, I want to get married. No, I'm maybe married by 30, like maybe kids by like 32 or something. You know, I don't think life is always going to look how you think it's going to look. That's the part of life, really, isn't it? You take what it gives you, but also you make what you make of it. And if I had felt like I was in a place where I was ready or waited until I was ready, I probably would have never asked her out. And I think that is where a lot of it comes, right? Like all that I've talked about in terms of why people are struggling and why the system is maybe not built for you to find love, why there are challenges to it, and all of that is to say that, yeah, dating is bloody hard. Finding someone is bloody hard. If it was easy, it wouldn't be worth it. Nothing easy in life comes to you. You got to make it work, right? All of the reasons that we've talked about are valid, okay? But if I let my anxiety mean I don't take action, then what is that? Action beats anxiety every time. I could have stayed in my overthinking brain. I could have convinced myself she would say no. I could have let my insecurities about my body, about money, about worthiness, and not taken the risk. But I took the risk, and the first date was great. So, listen, apps are not the only way for you to meet people. For me, it may have been like going to like a jazz festival, or going to a creative workshop, or maybe like going on a hike somewhere with a group of people. Like, there are so many ways for you to meet people, and like also I would have loved to have met someone or have been at like an art gallery that were doing like a wine evening or something, and you're looking at art and you're in a turtleneck and you're being real pretentious or something with a glass of wine, being like, this art looks lovely. But like that would have kind of been my vibe. Some smooth jazz music, some Tom Misch playing in the background or something like that. Tom Misch. But all through a family connection. Don't knock it until you try it. But you can meet people anywhere, guys. That's also the beautiful thing about the world. You can meet people anywhere. Like, I think also another part of like working on yourself, like, but working on yourself not as like a punishment, but it being about you becoming someone that you like being. Like, the truth is that you're never gonna be 100% ready. But you gotta take a shot. What did Jordan say? You take the shot you don't miss, or something like that. Maybe it wasn't Jordan, but you miss 100% of the shots you don't make. That's it. The fourth point, I guess, in sort of all of this learning. Like I said, I was overthinking it, man. Like, action beats anxiety. I was overthinking it. But when the moment came, I was calm, I was cool, I was collected. I was just being myself. And that worked. And I think if you're being yourself and someone can't match that energy, they're not for you. Because you don't want to pretend for the rest of your life, do you? So if someone you meet matches your energy, see that as a good one. And so we need to probably also talk about this more. Like, we need to talk about what it's like out there in the dating world, but what it's also like within ourselves. The loneliness, the pressure, the fear, but also the wins, the moments where you felt brave and you went on the date, or you met someone, or you said hello to someone, or you approached a girl in a club or a bar, or why do I say club and bar when I've been trashing them the whole time, but you met someone somewhere and you said hello and it worked. Because guess what? I guarantee you the person sitting next to you probably feels the same way. So to my guys that are out there and single, ready to mingle, like, to my guys out there, listen, it's okay. It's okay if you're struggling with this. It's okay if you feel like dating apps are a second job and this is just what you have to do to find someone. It's okay to maybe not be where you want to be, or to prioritize what's important for you at this moment in time. Like, you're not less of a man for being single. Like, you're navigating the system that is sort of working against you, and that is designed to keep you lonely and insecure and spending money, because that's how the capitalists win, right? The fact is, if you're still trying, that takes courage, and trying is more important than being paralyzed by your fear. So yeah, guys, it's cuffing season, and a lot of people want to be cuffing. A lot of people want to be Netflix and chilling. Don't get me wrong, Netflix is great, chilling is great, being by a fire is great. I want to do those things. I want to do those things to someone. But also at the same time, I think the point is that you are learning to become who you are. You're learning to become more secure in yourself, to be the person you feel like is going to be able to be out in that world and be strong and be tall, but be vulnerable. Like, not be afraid to say what you're feeling. That's what I'm aiming for. That's what I'm aiming for. I hope you're aiming for something similar. Guys, if this resonated with you, or you feel like there's someone that you feel like would benefit from hearing this episode, this little YouTube episode video, a little combination of everything, then send it to someone. I really appreciate you guys for listening and for watching this episode of the Black and Raw podcast. I'm your host, Tina Kudatonda Rafunzal Baya. I'm going to repeat that. Here's a podcast that's creating a dialogue and a space for black men to be their most authentic selves. I've done my intro at the end, but also part of the outro is that I really hope you liked this episode. Please like, subscribe, share it with somebody, comment, tell me what your feelings of loneliness and singleness are like, or celebrates, like celebration stories. Like, I love to hear them. If you guys are out there doing things, if you guys are out there like being vulnerable, like, tell me about it. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. I hope you have a good day. We will talk very soon.